Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth, and in today's tutorial I'll be learning how to draft and cut pieces blouse. Now you can use this method to cut as many pieces that you need, 6 pieces, 8, and so on and so forth. If this is what you're interested in learning, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment if you have any question. Let's dive in. So I have my basic bodice pattern with me here, and if I have a detailed tutorial on how to draft it if you don't know how to draft your basic block. Now with this my basic pattern, I'll be deciding if we are going to use a princess dart or a shoulder dart pieces blouse, or you're going to make it with a yoke. So you can do whatever you want on this pattern. So for this tutorial I'll be using a shoulder dart for this pieces blouse. So the next first step we are going to take is to alter this pattern to a shoulder dart pattern. So we'll be starting with the front part. So the first thing I'm going to do is to divide my shoulder like this, measure whatever I have and divide it into 2. So after that I'll connect from that shoulder point to my bust point. Are you seeing? From that shoulder line to my bust point, then I'll connect it with my straight ruler like this. So the next thing we'll be doing is to alter the back pattern too. So for the back pattern I'll also be using the shoulder dart. I'll divide my shoulder by 2 and connect it to my dart like this. Now for the zipper allowance, I won't be needing it because I want my zipper to be at the front. So while cutting this back pattern, I'll go ahead and um, fold this part and cut it out. I hope that is clear. So if you want yours to be at the back side, you can leave it, but mine, I won't be needing zip at the back part. I want the zip to be in front. So that will be my back pattern, and this is my front pattern. So the next thing is to cut out the dart on both pattern. So just go ahead and cut it out. So remember the front pattern, it, we drafted it with a bust dart. So I'll go ahead and close the bust dart like this, then continue cutting. I hope that is clear. Just close it up with my tape, then continue cutting. So this is it for the front part. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the back part. But before then, I'll just go ahead and label my pattern. So this will be our center front and our side front. So that way, while we are transferring it to the fabric, we will not make mistake. Now this particular blouse is 6 pieces blouse, and you can also alter this pattern to a 8 or 10 pieces blouse. So after cutting out the dart in front, I will also do the same thing for the back. Now I'll be cutting out this zipper allowance for the back part because I don't need it. I want my zipper to be in front. So I just go ahead and cut out my pattern. Now watch carefully so that you see the way I'm cutting it out. So this is it for the back part. So I'll still go ahead and label my pattern. So this is my center back and my side back. Now this labeling is very important so you don't make mistake while transferring it to your pattern, and so that if the paper mix up, you'll be able to identify which pattern is which. Now for the neckline, you can do work with any neckline of your choice, but for mine here, I'll just go out by ½ inch and also come down by 1 inch. I don't want the neckline to be too tight. Now for this part, I'll just use the free hand to just make a curve there. I want opening to be in front of my neckline. Then I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So you can do any neckline of your choice. So this is what I want for mine. I'll also alter the neck for the back part. I'll just go out by 0.5 inches, then I'll connect and cut it out. So after that, the next thing is to transfer it to our fabric. So here I have about 2 yards of Ankara fabric. So this is what I'll be using. So I'll go ahead and fold it into two like this. Then I'll start with my front. Now before cutting, please kindly take note of the print on the fabric before you place your paper, so that way you will not turn your design upside down. So the first thing I'll do is to mark out my zipper allowance for the front part, because I told you that I'll be using zip for, like, my zipper will be at the front part and not the back. So I just go ahead and pin the center front like this on the zip allowance line. Next thing is to determine how or where you want your fullness to start from. Now you can want your fullness to start from your half length, or you go up by 1 inch, or you come down by 1 inch, or from your under bust, whatever you want. So mine here, I'll be using my half length. My fullness will start from my half length, that's my waistline. I hope that is clear. And you can also add the fullness at the center front if you want. If you don't want, you can just put it straight, just like I did. So mine here, I'll just mark out a straight line from my waistline. Now from that point, are you seeing, I will now determine how full I want my pieces to be. Now you can make yours 3 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 10 inches, depending on the amount of fabric that you have. So I just go ahead and add 0.5 inches round, and also add on the neckline, just like I'm doing. So after that, I'll now come back here and mark that 4 inches. Then I'll come down by 1 inch, just because I want to fold it. I will not be adding lining. I will add 1 inch for my folding allowance. Then from that point, I'll mark 4 inches. I hope that is clear. So I'll just go ahead and use my straight ruler, connect from that 4 inches to my waistline, just like this. So that's just how to do it. Now after that, the next thing is to avoid any sharp edge. I'll just measure from my waistline to the length. Whatever I have, I'll just make sure I continue with it. Are you seeing? Just to eliminate that sharp edge that I'm going to have after joining. Now to cut the other side, the side front, I'll just go ahead and place my paper like this, and that's because the fabric will not be enough. So I'll just turn it upside down, and I'm able to do this because of the print on the fabric that I'm working on. So it will allow me to turn it upside down. So if you're working on the fabric and it's not enough, you can do it like this. So just go ahead and turn it upside down, then do the same thing on the waistline. So remember, my fullness will be starting from my waistline. So I just go ahead and add my sewing allowance for the side. I'll be using 1.5. You can use 1 inch or 2 inches if you want. Then for the down part here, I'm using 1 inch for folding, to fold the down part. Then I'll add half inch on the armhole line and every other part. Now remember, the fullness that we use for the other side is 4 inches. Are you seeing? I'll also repeat the same thing on the side. And now the rule is, wherever you are going to join together, make sure you are using the same fullness. So you cannot use 3 inches on one side and use 4 inches for the other side. So I'll mark the 4 inches and connect it back to my waistline like this. Are you seeing? So after that, I'll just go ahead and do the same thing here to eliminate any sharp edge. After sewing, I'll mark from the waistline to the hemline. So I have 9.5. I'll just continue with that 9.5 to the end, so that way we'll eliminate that sharp edge. So if you go with this method, you see that after sewing, your your dress will come out very, very beautiful. So after we're done adding the necessary allowance, we'll just go ahead and cut our fabric out like this. So take note of the part that I'm cutting. So this is just how to do it. So I'll open up the zipper allowance for the front part. That's because I'll be adding zipper to the front part of this blouse. Do well to add zip wherever you want. You can also add at the back of your own blouse. So after cutting, do well to notch your necessary areas like your half length, so that way while sewing you can merge the two parts together. So this is it for the front part. Are you seeing how beautiful it is? So next thing is for us to cut out that of the back part. Now we are going to do the same thing for the back part. I'll place my paper this way. Now remember, if you are adding zip to your back part, you add your zipper allowance. So mine here, there won't be any zipper allowance, but I'll be adding fullness to the back part of the blouse. And now I'm sorry, I lost the clip where I was adding my allowance for this back part, but I'll be showing you how to do it. So I'll be adding the same fullness for the center part, and for this part here I'll be adding half inch, 1.5 for the side seam. So I'll continue. Are you seeing? For the side back, so I've added half inches round and 1.5 for the side seam, then 1 inch for the hemming allowance. Now I'll continue with my 4 inches for the fullness. Remember I said wherever you're going to join together, make sure you're using the same fullness. Now from that 4 inches, I'll just connect to my waistline like this. And now this part here is the the side back. So I'll go ahead and mark the 9.5 from my waistline round, just to eliminate that sharp edge that we're going to get after sewing. So after that, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So here is the back part. Now this is the center back and the side back. Now you can see how I added it. On my center back here, now instead of the zipper allowance, remember we have added the zip in front. I just added half inch and I added fullness to the back part. Now you can decide to reduce the fullness or increase the fullness depending on your preference. So that's it for the cutting tutorial. And if you want me to do the sewing tutorial, kindly let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, do well to like, drop a comment and subscribe to my channel. Now thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.